Welcome to Dance Fit Biz Builders. I'm Orit, dancer, instructor, and proud owner of a thriving belly dance fitness business. And in this podcast, I'm giving it to you straight, sharing what it takes to kickstart and grow your dance and fitness business for the success you deserve. Whether you're a seasoned instructor, a passionate performer, or dreaming of turning your love for dance and fitness into a thriving career, you're in the right place. Lace up those sneakers and pull on those dance shoes and get ready for truth smacks, tips, and inspiration. Let's do this. Hey there, and welcome to Dance Fit Biz Builders. I'm Orit, and I'm here again with Marissa.
It's good to be here.
So we're doing things a little differently today. We're going to be bitching.
In the kitchen.
Are you ready?
Cooking up some bitching.
And what are we bitching about today, Marissa?
Shit. Well, I mean, let's be real. Between the two of us, we've got like 50 years of experience, in the industry. We've seen a lot.
Now, are we talking about the dance, belly dance, or fitness, or everything?
Both. I mean, I guess, right?
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know that I've been in the belly dance industry as long as you have. I've been in fitness a long time. But then I've also been in the performing arts a long time. And there's very similar themes that come about in this stuff. I'm definitely pissed off about stuff. How about you?
All right, I'll go first.
Yeah, what are you pissed off about?
Okay, I'm going to bitch about this. And I'm going to talk about teaching. I dislike it when another instructor gets the position just because they looked a certain way or they performed a certain way, not because they taught a certain way. And from my experience, I did not get the job because I wasn't as outgoing or as flamboyant, but my teaching was on point, and I really felt like I was super professional, whereas the person next to me was just more about watch me, I'm putting on a show, and they got it. Oof. And so I feel like it's unfair, and I think it still goes on today. And I'm super passionate about student-centered teaching. It's I think you really have to have a good balance between teaching professionally, having a great system behind you everybody feels successful, and performing. What do you think?
Yeah. Oof. I know. I mean, I'm relating through that today because we're a little bit more on the seasoned side.
Yeah.
And I think we've also, in some respects, we have our place because we're seasoned, but we've also lost our place. There's ageism.
Yeah.
And it's still that thing about looking a certain part. Look, when I decided to let my gray grow in, I knew, and thank you, but, I knew it was very rebellious and that it would exclude me. I would never dance in a restaurant with gray hair. Never.
Okay.
So I get it, right?
Have you tried it?
No, I wouldn't even bother.
Okay. Really? But see, you don't know. You don't know.
I know. Come on. How many gray-haired belly dancers do you see out there?
I mean, but yours is funky. I know a lot of young girls are dyeing their hair gray.
But they're young. I'm not.
But you're hot.
Oh, girl. I don't know. I think it's real that there are skills that are skin deep and sometimes they're not respected. And some of those skills can come with age or experience. And sometimes you can have a highly trained teacher or dancer that's going to lose the part to someone who might not have as much experience or education, but they presented or they fit the part, that someone was looking for. It's out there. I don't really know the answer to it. I hope the sun is big enough to shine on all of us and we all kind of find our place and find our lane. But I mean, especially Sharkey, our instructors are top notch.
Yeah, they are.
They know their shit. They're trained really thoroughly. And no, I'm not saying there aren't other great teachers out there. There are.
Yeah, of course.
And we all have something to learn from someone. But I know I don't fit everywhere right now. And I guess we could never, ever really always fit everywhere,
Right.
right?
Right. That's true.
You know what my bitch is?
What?
I was at a community center that was owned by a Christian church.
Okay.
They have fitness classes on the schedule.
Okay.
You had Zumba, Les Mills, all kinds of stuff. And I said to them, hey, I teach a belly dance fitness program. And they were like, oh, we're Christian.
Oh, they don't get it.
I was like,
Okay.
I didn't remember reading a 11th commandment that said thou shalt not belly dance.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I mean, hello, Zumba. They're like moving their hips and
Right?
so. And what's the diff?
They didn't like it.
Because of their perception of what belly dance is.
I guess we're strippers.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like,
It's tough.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
I love the center. I love the space. It was convenient.
Yeah.
I can teach right after work. The spot was open on the schedule. It was like a prime time. And look, not to toot right? No one's tooting their own shit here. But I'm like, do you know that you're talking to a master instructor who wants to come teach here?
Did they not hear belly dance with fitness? Like,
I think they just heard belly dance and they were just like, oh, you must worship the devil too. Like,
what?
And I'm like, I teach very anatomical. I don't say shake your ass. That's not what a shimmy is. You wiggle your knees, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And we've become really conscious of the way we teach.
Yeah.
There was a moment that we used to call a move sexy walk. We don't anymore. We call it slow walk.
Yes.
That's cool. We're adaptable. Things shift and we know there's certain things that make people uncomfortable. But belly dance being against someone's religion is a little bit too much for me.
I wonder if there's a way around that.
What
about if you offered hey, let me prove it to you. I'll teach a free class here and show you that it's not what you think it is.
Yeah. Maybe in my 30s,
Yeah.
I would have been all about that. I mean, I'm in my later 40s, so maybe even my earlier 40s, I would have been all about that. I guess I don't want to take on a whole system at this point.
Yeah.
A whole culture.
Right.
Right? Because if they were like, oh, well, we don't have room on the schedule or we don't have the budget to take on a new class.
Yeah.
Then I'd be like, well, I can guarantee this class is going to be filled. Let me teach a free class. Let's get your people in. They're going to fall in love with it. Right? But now I'm working against the church.
Yeah.
I don't want to work against the church.
Right. It's too much effort.
I hope if someone else runs into this issue and has more energy, that they actually do it, and challenge them. That would be good because this program really belongs everywhere. It's the fitness program.
Yeah.
But that burns me up. I'm like, oh my God, it's 2024. I cannot believe you just told me.
That I like that. That's a good bitch.
It is what it is.
I have one.
Oh.
Something else I want to bitch about. Well, when I mentor instructors about business, and I talk about student retention, and when you have great retention is when you have a lot of bodies in your class, right? That's great retention. But I was thinking about that. That's not necessarily true. So I'm going to bitch about this one. Because you can have a lot of bodies in your class, but still be a crappy instructor.
That's right.
Because then your students, they don't know what they don't know.
That's right.
That's what it is. I think your students have to then experience other instructors to see, and then they have to compare for themselves.
That's right.
So I think, not really a bitch thing, but I'm going to take it back. I don't think a lot of bodies in the room necessarily means you have great retention, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're doing something right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because we look at this, I'm in business development for my day job, and we look at retention rates with our donors. And a high retention rate looks good on paper. But if you're retaining your $25 donors a year, that's not as powerful as retaining the person that made a $100,000 donation, right?
That's right.
So it's all relative. You got to really look at the data and know what you're talking about. And here's the other thing. I don't want a room full of students who can't dance. I want a room full of students who can dance.
Yeah.
So you could have 30 people in class, and if only 2 or 3 are able to follow the instructor,
right.
Trust me, those 27 other people are just warm bodies.
Yeah.
They're not there.
Yeah.
And neither are you as a teacher, honestly.
Yeah.
You're somewhere else. So one amazing student is all it really takes to get started.
Yeah.
Right? Someone who loves it, someone who's, really working with you and following, they'll help you grow it, right? They'll get other people in the door for you.
Yep, that's true.
Someone who loves you is going to make sure that you last.
Yes.
And they'll tell more people. Yeah.
I have one.
Oh.
But yeah, now it's starting to brew a little
Yeah.
bit. Okay. Anyway, I'm just going to make a statement. There's been plenty of times where I was not chosen to present. Whether it was at a fitness convention or belly dance convention, what have you. I think, and I think this relates to what Marissa had said in our previous podcast. Do the thing. If you want it, you do it. Is create your own fucking opportunities.
Oof.
If you can't get the thing, if no one has given you that opportunity, you have to do it.
Man, you're the walking example of that. Yeah, amen.
So I'm bitching about not being able to get the opportunity, but I am happy that I did the thing and did it myself.
So, and that's something where I can bitch about, right? Like that immaturity, in a way. When people want something and they don't understand it's manifesting and happening right in front of them, but slowly. People want instant gratification. Like, look at where you were. You wanted to be dancing in New York City. And then you were teaching at Alley. Well, you were dancing in New York City, my friends, running this huge belly dance business. You got there, but how long did it take? So I'm bitching about people that don't have patience.
Oh, I like that.
Good the long game. You gotta love the long game. Otherwise, you're not gonna make it in this business.
No, right?
And you gotta know what you're really in love with to begin with, to know if the thing is really manifesting or not. When people are chasing like superficial things, I think they lose patience because the thing is fleeting anyway. So yeah, but you do have to make your own opportunities. I'm bitching about people who don't know how to say yes. Like, I get it. We're all about today being able to say no. And no is a great word. It's a complete sentence and you need it for boundaries and protection. Okay. Correct. Mm-hmm. I can't tell you how many times someone asked me to show up to do something and I said yes.
Great.
And I showed up to cover a class in a studio I'd never been to teach a group of students I've never met before, to teach in a genre I wasn't formally trained in, to teach at 8 a.m. on a Saturday. I showed up for all of it.
I love it.
I showed up for all of it, and it was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But now, man, I've got nerves of steel.
Yeah. Great.
So I do, now I'm at I think saying no, you kind of have to earn it, right? Mm-hmm. It is a certain maturity where you get to be choosy with your energy and what you really want to do with your time. But to get seasoned like us,
yeah,
man, you got to be saying yes a lot, and you got to be showing up.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Give me one of your bitches, girl.
Okay. Everybody knows this. I talk about it a lot. I don't care. When people don't teach to the beat. Boom.
As a musician, that is my biggest bitch.
I said it. And,
I'm with you.
And you guys know my reasons why I feel like teaching to the beat is so much more effective. I don't think I have to repeat it. Should I repeat it? I don't know.
Say it louder for the people in the back.
So many reasons. 1, it makes people successful. 2, it allows the student it allows you to be more flexible as a teacher. You're not a slave to the song structure. You're not playing catch up, right? When you teach to the beat, you can repeat until your students get it. So do you see the flexibility there? The other thing is that you don't have to memorize and learn 10 to 15 different songs, choreographies. All you have to come in knowing one routine that'll take you maybe 20 to 30 minutes to learn, but it's just one routine that you repeat over and over again by adding on. And the repetitiveness is the drilling, and that's what makes people successful and keep them coming back. Also, you are making them successful right from the start, as opposed to having students needing to come in week after week to remember the song, to the structure of the song. What else? Your prep time is cut in half.
Yeah.
So you're getting paid what you deserve.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I kind of giggle about what I get paid to teach. You know, oftentimes I roll out of bed 10 minutes before I have to teach. But again, it's repertoire that's stored in my body, right?
Right, that's right.
That's applicable to any track that I choose to dance because I'm teaching to the beat.
That is right.
So I don't need to worry about what fits where. I do my repertoire, which is like ginormous, right? It's like bigger than a dictionary at this point.
Yeah.
It all fits. And it's all puzzle pieces that I can, pick and choose. And I know all the rules about lead leg changes, so it's very easy to do this stuff. And I would say that's one of my bitches too.
Do you have one? Another bitch?
Dude, I got so many.
Okay, go for it. Bring it.
I want to bitch about programs, instructors who have song structured programs. And there's 2 or 3 moves to the song. So maybe that's like a 6-minute song, right? And they're repeating the same 2 or 3 moves for 6 minutes in the song. And they're dancing it with personality and joy and all that. And it kind of looks good, right? But I don't want to do the same thing for 6 minutes like that, right? And if you watch a Sharkey choreo by the end of class, in 3 minutes, we're dancing 3 blocks of choreo. It's how much do we dance in 3 minutes?
Right.
We dance an entire routine.
I know.
And not the teacher, the students are dancing it.
I know.
So I'm bitching around what people call dance or what people are defining as dance today. It's a watered down aerobics.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
It's watered down aerobics. And listen, man, I was an old school fitness instructor. I loved all that stuff, but we didn't call it dance. We called it aerobics.
That's right.
We called it what it was. Sharkey is dance.
It is.
You're going to dance your ass off in a Sharkey class. And it's not, again, to have this bias that we're the greatest. I'm just saying a huge experience is awaiting someone.
Yeah.
When they jump into Sharkey and they really love to dance, they're going to get a whole bunch of it. So I'm really bitching against the programs that are calling themselves dance and they're not really delivering a whole lot of dance.
Yeah.
As a musician, I bitch against dancers who don't have a musical working knowledge. This is a performing art. You know what I mean? And it's you got to be able to dance on the beat. All right? If you want to dance, you got to be able to dance on the beat. You also have to have musicality when you dance. So if there's an emotional moment in the music and you're not letting that come through your body, you're ignoring it, again, you're not working in partnership with the art. I have had people show up to my classes telling me that they're, belly dancers and they're professional belly dancers. They get a sourpuss on their face in the first 5 minutes because they can't keep up. They're not in shape.
Yep.
They're not conditioned to dance like that. And they don't even have the endurance to stay on the beat.
Yeah.
So there's a double bitch. Kind of like people think belly dance fitness is a joke.
Yeah.
I can't stand that. I bitch about that.
Well, not all belly dance fitness is alike. We're not all the same.
This is true. Well, the definition, how people define belly dance fitness.
Right.
I know you also understand there's different levels of fitness, and I want to be respectful of that, right?
Yeah, of course.
People are where they are. You know, in some way, I feel like I'm a little competitive saying this, right? Like, we work our butts off in class. We love it because we love it. We love the dance. We love the challenge. You know, we love to sweat.
Yeah.
We love the endorphins. And it's not that I can't work with someone who's a beginner. I do it all the time. And it's not that I can't help someone condition stamina and endurance. I do that all the time. I'm bitching about the people who present as if they're all that because they get paid to do what they do. Yeah. Talk about being seasoned. We've seen a lot of stuff.
Yes.
What are you bitching about now?
When I'm teaching class, in the past, I've had people come into my class who've taken other belly dance classes and say, that's not how I learned it. You're doing it wrong. You know, there are many ways to do a move.
That's just an uneducated student at that point. Because, I mean, I remember my teacher used to tell me all the time, I love that you love what I do, but I'm not the only one, and you better get out there and experience others.
Oh, I love that. Not everyone says that.
I know, because there's fear, you know, there's like a jealousy and a competitive nature to some of this, and it's unneeded and unwarranted. Like, teachers are being paid to perform a role.
Right.
When they serve you and do what they promised, that's it. You got to step back, right? It's for the student then. So there's my bitch. The teachers don't understand the responsibility that they have to their student. They kind of want to like lord their power over their students. And it's not needed. Yeah. Right? You show up and you teach someone an art form or how to be disciplined in pursuing it, they're going to love you enough. You know, and they're never going to forget you.
Right.
No matter how many other people they dance with, they'll always come back to the person that laid the best foundation for them.
Very true. That was good.
What else has been bothering you?
When people won't come to your class because you believe a certain way.
Oh.
Do you know that you're compromising your learning by not experiencing someone else's way, choreography, or whatever? Like, I feel like put all your beliefs aside. Are you able to be in a room with someone who has a different belief than you and still be educated? I mean, because really, honestly, you're missing out. I'm able to separate that. If I know somebody believes a certain way, but I know that they are a great educator and I love what they do, I will put that aside and will not compromise my learning and go and get educated. I know it's a hard thing to do.
I know.
They don't believe what you believe, but that means you don't give them your money. I mean, it's different. Like, did they do something bad to you? That I understand. Don't give them your money. But if they didn't do anything bad to you and just believe something different, what's wrong with that? That's a free country.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's my bitch in and of itself that, like, it's a slippery slope because I understand politics simply means of the people, and there's so many people that we have all different kinds of beliefs, and so you can say that dance has become politicized. And to a certain extent, it always was because it's of the people, right? But there is something deeper going on with all of it where I feel like the art form is in jeopardy of being shared with like joy. And now it's being shared with fear.
Yeah.
You know? And we're trying to be so sensitive that we're overly sensitive. And it's very difficult to show up with your personality. And, you know, it's almost like we're starting to suck the joy out of it. And this is just about people coming together.
Yeah.
To move their bodies and enjoy some music. And it's so bizarre because I think of my experience as a music student. I mean, I had to play so many different pieces from composers to learn the style and the period of music. And some of them did some bad shit, these composers. And some of them believed different things than I did. It was still part of the curriculum. I had to learn it. The political aspect of it was erased. And the focus was just on the music. And I don't know why in dance now, the focus is not on the movement. The focus is like, where did it come from and who owns it? And that's scary. So, yeah, I'm kind of bitching about how hostile the environment seems right now to just show up and dance and teach. Yeah, it's pretty tough. What else you got going on?
Okay, I'm going to continue with that. I'm going to be bitching about how some people online are mentioning that if you don't speak out about a certain thing that's going on, then you should not be dancing. You don't deserve to be doing this art form. And why I feel that is not right, because one, that is not fair. People protest, people speak out, people believe in their own way. You don't have to be vocal on social media and be seen to be...
Well, it's almost like an invasion of privacy, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you could have your beliefs and opinions, and they could be held privately.
They could be held privately, right. And right. And I can be showing my support in different ways. Mm-hmm. Maybe not on social media, but maybe donating to a private company.
Yeah.
And you don't have to know about it.
Right. Yeah. Well, I'm kind of bitching about where we are today with the misuse of social media. I don't know why someone would deserve not to dance. It's like crazy. And yeah, people are just so angry right now.
How about you? You're next.
I'm bitching about noise. Noise happens on social media, but I also see it happening in teaching, like extra talking, extra waiting around while the music plays, right? Because then the music is just noise. You're not dancing to it and using it as your tool. I'm kind of like, I'm over inundated with listening to a teacher talk for 15 minutes while explaining a move.
Right.
It's really noisy to me. Do you have any others?
I'm going to bitch about when people say they don't have enough money to do the thing. Or, for example, before I get certified, I have to lose 10 pounds. Or before I join a gym. Why wait?
Yeah.
And we were talking about there's a cost to waiting.
You could lose the opportunity.
You could lose the opportunity. And when you don't, like, when you hire a coach, if people want to hire me to help them with their business, don't wait. Use me, because don't wait 3 months until you have money to pay. Use me so now you can get the money because you've made money in your business. Do you understand how that works?
Yeah, I mean, it's right. And so everything's an exchange. So I feel like people just aren't willing to let go of something to get something sometimes. But yeah, the cost of waiting is really detrimental in so many ways when there's a full-on yes. You know, there's never going to be enough money.
I know.
There's never going to be enough experience. We're always going to want more. But the only way to get more is by doing the thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to think if I have any others. I mean, like, I'm sure I do, but I kind of have a bitch about bitching itself.
Okay.
Sometimes I think we don't bitch nearly enough because we want to be professional, right? And we want to be respected. And be that as it may, you know, we have stories to tell, right? We have experiences. And if us seasoned folk don't share these experiences and these bitches and these frustrations and these hardships and these challenges, I think it actually alienates, you know, the younger generation that's going to go through all of them.
Yeah.
Like, by kind of letting them know, you may experience this, you know, I experienced this, like just kind of sharing.
Yeah.
I don't think we do enough of that. And I think I bitch about the critical listeners when they hear quote unquote bitching. That they call it unprofessional and they call it all kinds of stuff, when really it's just, this is what it takes to be in business.
Yeah.
And it's painful at times.
Yeah.
So I bitch against non-bitching.
Love it.
Yeah.
What do you think?
It's okay to bitch.
Totally okay to bitch.
Have we done enough bitching for tonight?
I think so.
Should this be a reoccurring episode?
I don't know. I like this bitch fest. Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. You want to take us out?
Thank you for tuning in, folks. Until next episode, go and kick ass.
Thank you, Marissa.
Thank you.